So hello, good evening, I'm Wes, the Explosion, and tonight, we're playing Mega Man 4. Household robots, rock and roll were created by master robot designer Dr. Light, and we're enjoying their peaceful days. Then one day, the industrial robots all over the world went on a rampage and the world fell into total chaos? Dr. Light quickly realized that mad scientist Dr. Wily was. Seriously, you can get rid of the start there at the bottom. Behind the nefarious deed, but he didn't know what to do. Rock, having. Strong heart of justice? A strong sense of justice. Volunteered to be converted into a super fighting robot? Fighting robot. This is before Ruby Spears, thus the super robot Mega Man was born. Good evening, Rayquaza. I guess we're waiting on the animation. Mega Man shattered Dr. Wily's plans 3 times, and Wily totally died at the end. World peace has been maintained so far, but history repeats itself. Dr. Cossack, a mysterious scientist, has invented 8 powerful robots and sent them after Mega Man. Mega Man starts for the battle again! He takes a train, this time equipped with a powerful new Mega Buster. He takes a train all the way to Russia, or I guess this could be a boat. We're definitely going to Russia, though. No, that might be too long for a boat. This is probably fine. Oh, who do I start with? Oh, who do we think I start with? Ay, ay, ay. There's something funny to me that, like, I feel like this is the only game where there's a definite, like, right answer. I'm getting my butt kicked. To who you go after first. Like most of the other ones, there's a little room for, I don't know if I want to say interpretation. I'm doing awful. But with this, it's like, yeah, the Jiggle Belly Man. And it's Sam's favorite robot master, so... Whoops? I don't know. I'd say I feel bad that his guy's the punching bag, but I kind of feel like... I kind of want to say that Sam also kind of likes Toadman because he's the punching bag. I guess it's the underdog thing. Or just because he's silly. Both things could be true. I am whiffing. Although I think he... Oh my gosh, I am garbage. Try to clear all of Mega Man 4. I'm just gonna clear Mega Man 4. Just because I'm having a rough start doesn't mean anything. This isn't laughable. How long does the umbrella go? As long as I keep it inside. Oh my gosh. I might just want to restart the level. I think I'm just gonna go for a... Or you know what? Maybe no. No. We'll do it in one life. It's fine. Extra lives are unnecessary. Just lock in. This'll be fine. How bad does rain and wind have to be to push back a boy of metal? Well, you asked Smash 4 about that. It's about the same length as most of the NES games. I did look before we started. I went back and looked at, like, what my previous playthroughs were. And they took just under 2 hours. So might be... Oh god, I thought he'd fall in the crack. Might be a short night. Maybe. Oh god. Oh. I did miss. I do think this is like one of the easier ones to tackle. Which I'm not sure how crazy an opinion that is. And I'm certainly not making it look easy. I'm certainly getting my butt kicked, but I still don't think it'll take terribly long. Probably. Oh goodness. Okay, I was kind of hoping that would be it. There we go. But we'll see. If I continue to play like this, it might be a long night. I was gonna say, as long as I don't bump my head. Oy, oy, oy. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed at all. I'm not embarrassed that I lost on the first stage. On a game that I figured I'd be ripping through. I could make excuses. I'm tempted to. But that just sounds pathetic. Although maybe Sam will be... Maybe Sam will be glad that his boy got to live a little bit longer than I was expecting him to. Either way. But yeah, before I got started, I can only speak for myself. Was working. Tomorrow's video is a Donkey Kong Country review, which I should have probably had mostly done last night, but then I decided to read. And then today, and I'll probably talk about this more when we do Pokemon again, but I was just like watching the Pokemon anime all stinking day. Because it's like, well, I'm so far behind. And then I saw like just a few random pics of stuff that happened in it, like, you know, on Twitter and the like, and I'm thinking, well, one, some of this does intrigue me, right? Two, before I spoil myself anymore, because there was some pretty major stuff in there, maybe, oh god, maybe I want to actually watch so I can see what's going on organically. He lives. Okay, not anymore. And it kept on being one of those things where I'm just like, I'll watch one more episode. Because, like, a big part of it was there was just plot stuff happening. Like, major plot stuff, so it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't the typical episodic thing, you know? It was like, well, they're actually working towards something. So rather than just being like, well, golly gee, I can't wait to see the Bramblegast episode next week, it was like, well, maybe I actually want to see this big dumb fight that they're about to have. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Don't do it. And so I just kept on watching, and oh, goodness, I thought he was gonna... I'm dead. I'm not dead? Welp, I lived. But yeah, I went from being about 15 episodes behind to about 3 episodes behind. I think I'm at 3 episodes behind, so I watched... My numbers might be a little off. So I know you're thinking, oh my goodness, that means that you watched 12 episodes. But... I didn't exactly count at the beginning, so it might have been like... It might have been closer to 10. Why would I continue? And while I won't give myself shit for reading, when I should be working on other stuff, at least for the most part, it has to be pretty important for me to give myself, you know, sass for reading, you know? Like, oh my gosh, you needed to get your taxes done today, and you just decided to read like 300 pages. Then maybe I'll get on my case a little bit, you know? And I mean, there isn't a hard and fast rule that I need to do a video every week. I just kinda wanna do a video every week. Though I did skip a week here and there. So the streak's broken, it doesn't matter much anyway. Whatcha? I'm not sure if it was worth coming up here. But yeah, like, I'm a little... Like, there's some things in, like, the review that I feel like I didn't go in-depth enough on, and there's other parts of it where I feel like I'm being a little too positive, but the whole thing with Donkey Kong Country is it was the first game that I ever owned. So if there's one game that I'm going to be very, very biased in a nostalgic way, it's probably gonna be that. You always remember your first. I'm not calling it the greatest game ever made, I'm just saying that I liked it a good bit. I sometimes wonder if I'm supposed to kill myself here, because you go all this way for an E-tank, and then it's a real pain to get back. Like, I'm not sure you can do this without the rush coil, and I'm not sure that, like, literally everyone's gonna think of the rush coil. So there's a part of me that's just like, you know, oh, was the idea that you sack a life for an E-tank. I stand by what I said whenever I said I imagine it's the first comment. Given how into games I am, I suppose that, for me, it's kinda comparable to what most people use to refer to that. Oh my goodness, I thought I jumped short. Poor grasshoppers. I could use the coil, but I don't really super need the coil back. I should probably just shoot him because there's gonna be more of them, they're gonna be a pain in the butt. And lights aren't gonna matter that much. How did I... Huh. Well, I'm pretty sure I was on it. I'm not sure how I fell there. I guess that's fine, though. I got the extra life. I didn't sack it, so then I sacked it there. Hacky sack. Where was I going with whatever I was saying? I don't know. I think I was talking about the lights going out. Which isn't that big of a deal at that point in the stage. But yeah, something, something, something. Danky Kang. 'Cause I remember, like, somebody on... Well, I know exactly who on the Discord. They probably wouldn't mind me mentioning their names, but just in case. The Donkey Kong guy on the Discord, like, he complained... Whoops! Before about, like, watching some sort of retrospective on stinking Donkey Kong Country, and he said, like, the guy was a bit too complimentary, so I'm hoping it doesn't come across like that. But I guess we'll see. I knew you were gonna do it! You're making this difficult. He might not kill me. Kill him quick. Oh my god, that was close. It was like, should I come in? Should I die and then try to fight him with full health? But I'm like, no. 2/3, 3/4. That's good enough. Oy, oy, oy. Pharaoh. He's another one. Well, like, he will at least be a gimme if I use his weakness on him. So at least I don't need to worry about that. Goodness me. I was trying to hold a charge shot. I guess I didn't push it hard enough. Either way, oh my god. Oh man, he dropped the Cheeto. I really, really wanted a Cheeto. But I guess it doesn't matter too much. This is like another thing where, I guess it's just the rule in Mega Man that if they spin, they can't take damage. Because when the Scorpions are spinning too, it doesn't count my hits. Which means that realistically, when Mega Man fought Sonic that one time, he should have had no chance because his whole thing is spinning. Mega Man should just shoot at him and he just bounces off. Not really a Sonic rule, but it's a Mega Man rule. Whose rules take precedent? I don't know. Although they were evenly matched. Which is something to remember. Oh, and they refilled my health. So all of my dumb hits that I took, it doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, something. It was like, get up there fast. You didn't. Oy, oy, oy. Like the Worlds Collide thing, when they did fight, it was just interesting. As you would likely expect. Oh goodness. Oh gracious. Wow. Ooh, okay, there we go. Because you have your heroes fight and they have like same importance in a crossover. You don't want one to be stronger than the other. But when Sonic and Mega Man were fighting, it definitely seemed like Sonic had the edge, and then Mega Man wound up, calling in his support units, and that kind of evened things out. I remember I had a friend who, he was like a huge Sonic fan, and he's like, oh, well, that's real fair, and I'm like, hey, Mega Man, he has Rush, that's a big deal, that's an important thing to him. Although I kind of like agreed with him. But then, during like the second stinking arc of that story, Mega Man got all the special weapons and everything. So then all of a sudden, Mega Man, because he could do weakness stuff, all of a sudden he like blew past Sonic. And like Sonic didn't really matter too much in the second stinking, arc of that comic. I remember like one person saying, well, I'll get to that in a minute. And then in the final arc, both of them go super. I was telling Sam about that, and he's like, I thought you needed to be organic to go super. And I'm like, Metal has used the Chaos Emeralds before and, you know, like, transformed and everything. I don't think that that is entirely correct. And he kind of looked at me funny, and he was like, well, I guess I didn't know that he used that, but... And it's like, yeah, I've played more Sonic than you. But yeah, Mega Man actually went double super, because he used the Super Rush adapter. And then he used the Chaos Emeralds to go gold, so he was like Super Duper Mega Man, or Super Mega Man. Whatever you want to call it. No! I should have just fell. As Xenofood I intended. But yeah, I've likely said many times, I quite enjoyed first Sonic Mega Man crossover. Second one, the only thing it really had going for it was it just being a bigger crossover. It had more characters. Which just kind of made things messier. Oh, messier! You know, I really don't need to... No, not that. Don't need to take this. I guess I'll fill it back up. And apparently Udon is... Bringing back the Mega Man comics. The Archie ones, they're republishing them, but not the Sonic crossovers, which I'm kind of wondering how that'll work. Because, like, I swear there's just one point in the comic where Wily just straight up finds a Chaos Emerald, and that's how he gets in touch with Eggman. So is he just gonna, are we just gonna cut out the part where he just happens to find the shiny rock? Although I kinda hope that they're able to, like, work it out and bring those back. Why am I having so much trouble with the damned hippo? Why does Ringman's stage have, you know, 4 stinking mid-bosses? Who can say? I guess they only made sense in, you know, like Hippo's rings, they, you know, they go together. Rings and rings also go together, thus... the ring boss that we'll fight a bit later. But yeah, like, oh yeah. If they're able to bring back what they were going for in the Archie comics, then, I don't know, maybe IDW could stink and use that and we could do another, you know, an Udon IDW Sonic crossover and it would be dope. They just split up the issues like they did in the past, where, you know, like, some of them are in Sonic, some of them for Mega Man. And then everybody just makes money. Okay, I was kind of hoping to shoot him when... That's fine. Honestly, my problem might be that I'm just not rapid-firing as much as I should be. But we'll see. I'm just excited to get Mega Man Media. But even, yeah, would be even more excited for a game, but, you know, sometimes you take what you can get. And them doing more Mega Man, you know, print publications doesn't, you know, it doesn't mean that we won't get a game at some point in our lives. Thank you, Eddie. I didn't even need to reset you. I almost did because I assumed that I would not get something good right off the bat. And you know what? That was wrong of me to assume. Very, very wrong of me. Almost jumped that too early. This guy's gonna hit me. I was trying to trigger. That guy's just pissing me off. Can you... Oh, you despawned? There we go. Oh, I wish they gave me more than, like, 2 seconds. This was the room I thought I was in. I thought I was going to Ring Machine. Come to think of it, when Ringman becomes Ring EXE, their rings become, you know, like, her rings become not yellow, but like an odd greenish color. That kind of matches the, yeah, Ring Machine there. Wonder if that was it, or if they just really, really wanted a multitude of funky colors. Why is Ringman so much harder than every other boss in this game? Oh, unless... Oh, man, for a second there I was like, unless... Do I have his patterns down finally? Maybe no. Maybe not. And Pharaoh Shot still works weird to me. Because sometimes it appears over my head, sometimes it's just charging in the background, sometimes it doesn't seem to want to charge at all. Normally, even with his weakness, I need an E-Tank here. I'm improving. Hooray. And then next we get... Well, we'll get there when we get there. Just an odd little side thing. I mean, I swear, like, every time I type something up and I want to talk about boomerangs, which does happen pretty frequently because they're a common, you know, weapon in video games, Zelda, Dragon Quest, and, of course, Mega Man. I always want to put, like, 2 R's in the word. Damnation. Well, they're giving me things back. Oh, darn it. There we go. And maybe that I'm calling myself out now. Maybe... that'll be... Oh my gosh. That'll be enough that I won't do it anymore. That I'll just spell it right. But somehow I doubt it. This is nothing. Which is weird because this exact same, you know, sort of jump gets you a special thing in stinking Pharaoh Man's level. I really... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, I really, really, really want Drill Bombs to deal with you, but I have not killed Drill Man yet. I always wonder if there's a particular reason that there's ladybugs in this stage. I imagine it's just probably like, well, this was an enemy and we decided to give it some ladybug flair, right? But I always think about how, like, you know, as a kid... And I don't remember if this was always the case, or... Holy shit, Eddie. That's the second one in a row you've given me. And I've only seen you twice, so that's 100% you give me frickin' E-Tanks. Which is nuts. Ladybugs, as a kid, they were pretty pervasive, right? So my dad would just wind up sucking up a lot of them in a in the vacuum cleaner, and then, you know, there'd just be dead ladybugs when he cleaned it out. Because he had, like, one of those models that, you know, like, the collection tank had water in it. No! So there was no chance of them just being alive in there. And then we stopped having so many ladybugs when stinking the hot new invasive species broke, which was stink bugs. I'm screwing this up. I thought I died there. Which I think the thing with stink bugs, wasn't that something like... I can jump up here. I did reset him. I kind of want to say that stink bugs came from somewhere else, and I don't know, I guess it tagged along in somebody's luggage or whatever, and all of a sudden now they're just everywhere. We're not able to quell that. Oh my goodness! Oh, okay, well, huh. Do I try to take him out? I feel like Ring Boomerang does have a pretty good ammo consumption. So I don't think if I screw this up, I'm screwed. Also, just like the little flames. Not that he's a fire boss, just that, oh goodness! Incinerator! I've been to one. That almost worked. Not sure how common they are around most places, but I don't know. They took us on field trips. No! Oh, I thought my iframes would last. My bad. Because I guess that's what they really, really wanted us to see. Which was weird, because then I swear we also around the same time had classes about, like, global warming, and it's like, well, you know, like, global warming, pollutants in the air and everything, and, like, the problem with just burning things, and it's like, okay, you tell us this, and then you take us to a place where the entire thing that they do is burn things indiscriminately. At least I assume indiscriminately. I somehow doubt anybody goes poking through, you know, like the entire county's stinking trash for aerosols and the like. Oh, it was more, I mean, fire's cool. It was a fun little trip. Better than the wastewater treatment plant where everything smelled like shit. I don't know that I ever chose wastewater treatment plant, but I certainly wound up going there, probably because not enough people signed up for it. Because we had the option of the three: wastewater treatment, landfill, or incinerator. Multiple times. This does, like, the same thing that 3 does on the Game Boy, where things just come rushing at you from off-screen. The difference is the screen is bigger, so it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. I typically have enough time to react. It's not, oh, by the way, I'm hitting you. Come on, 3. I don't need that. And yeah, we took field trips to another E-Tank. We took field trips to, like, the disposal places, yeah. Because I guess it was important for somebody to know where our... Can I shoot it? Well, maybe I'll still do it. It was important that we know what happens to our trash, I guess. I'm trying to remember where I get the wire from. Because I'm just kind of surprised that I haven't gotten it yet. We did a few of those. I'm from PA, so there were a few of the, you know... Like, I'm pretty sure we went to see the Liberty Bell once. Can I do this, or do I just have to kinda... Yes, I made it. Oh, sweet goodness. Like, I'm trying to even remember. Did, like, the zoos and everything, too. I feel like I should remember field trips more. I think one of the reasons why I remember, like, the stinking, you know, like, the waste disposal place so much is because we went multiple times. Like, I think I went once with the Boy Scout, and maybe, you know, like, it wouldn't surprise me if I went, like, off the cliff. Twice in actual school, right? So, you know, like, even I'm not going to hold on to these memories because I am a tiny child. It managed to stick with me. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're back to full. Okay, now we're not back to full. But still probably good enough. But yeah, I probably should remember some of the places I went more, and if I asked my mom, I bet she would remember. Huh, well that's cool. I think I saw something on that, like, recently. I don't think I ever went to Gettysburg, believe it or not. Like, I went there for some other business once, so I went by things. But then again, maybe showing a child where, like, a bajillion people died in a very, very brutal battle would not have been family-friendly. Oh yeah, my mom going... Speaking of my mom going on field trips... Oh, remember her saying once that... She probably didn't call me the favorite, but... She commented on how, like, you know, I have 3 siblings. And I don't think Sam was a part of this because, you know, he was separated a good bit from the rest of us. But she would say about how, like, at first, everybody, you know, because, like, she was willing to do things for school, right? She'd show up for special events and do field trips and everything. This is where I get the wire, by the way. But she commented on how, like, I guess at first my siblings were like, oh boy, mom's coming on a field trip with me. And it very quickly, as it does with most kids, turned into the, Mom, don't come to school. It's embarrassing to be seen with your mother, whereas I just continued to be kind of like, oh yeah, mom's coming on a field trip, woohoo! And I think she kind of appreciated that. Like I said, I'm not saying I was the favorite, but... she probably at least thought about it. You know... I'm getting low on health. It's not a bad idea to recover. Thank you, Eddie. Of course, I was probably a bit more atypical than my siblings, which might have had something to do with it. Didn't pick up on social cues as much, so therefore, if it were embarrassing to be glad to have your mother along for the ride, I probably wouldn't have noticed. Either way, I don't remember all the specifics, but I have generally good feelings about field trips. I also remember a good bit, and I'm sure like every kid, you know, like all kids used to do this. Oh no! But like one of the things I actually do remember from field trips was whenever we'd be riding the bus, driving down the highway, and we'd pass, like, you know, a tractor trailer, the kids would start doing that, like, doing the thing. The motion for them to, like, you know, they'd mime reaching up and yanking on a pull cord to get them to, you know, like, honk. And I also remember, my gosh, like, jockeying for positions, you know, like, the bus would change, you know, like how close it was to it, right? Like sometimes the truck would go faster and sometimes stinking, you know, the bus would be going faster. So we'd like pass the same stinking truck multiple times, and it was kind of interesting seeing, you know, which ones would do it like once, which ones would do it a few times, and which ones, you know, would do it every time. Because eventually you're just like, well, you know what? These kids they've gotten the big horn. They've gotten the big horn 3 times, and you know what? 3 times was pretty generous. Yeah, the fist pump thing. The fist pump thing. I knew other people would do it and they'd know what I was talking about. I just kind of did it because, you know, everybody else was, and it was a social thing to do, I guess. Although the blaring horn did not do terribly much for me. I think I'm gonna die once. Oh no, he's got the dive miss. Oh no, they keep on coming and they keep on coming. Something, 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 and hit the ground. Oh god. Oh my gosh, I was... I was doing pretty well. Honestly, at some point I should do a buster only. Then again, using your weapon effectively is part of the appeal, I would say. He's coming at me like, oh goodness. He killed me. I need to be a bit more gentle with my jumps. If I fail this time, I fail for real. Which will be pretty embarrassing. You know what? Let's shoot him. There we go. Let's start off by shooting him, and then we'll swap. Being a real pain in the butt. Gotta be real careful watching for when he stinking gears up to attack or gears up to shoot a missile. Which is another attack, but you know what I mean. Am I down to 1 life? Should I SD? Oh yeah, drill man. I'm trying to think. I feel like he might be my most hated stinking robot master. Maybe I should save it for the actual fight. I'll whine about his dumbass self when we get to the actual fight. Oh goodness. That was a little clumsy. And again, I could really use drill bombs to take those guys out. I think it only takes a few. But I don't... Oh man, I thought I got him quick enough. Oh man, that was just bad on my part. But yeah, here's the problem. I wanted to SD, right? Okay. That was gonna be a clever thing I wanted to do. I wanted to use my iframes. But yeah, well, like, wanted to SD to just get all my stuff back, right? But, like, the insta-kills aren't until right here. I don't have the... Do I go for it? Hang on a sec. Well, huh. Yeah, I don't think I ever use my DS for anything other than games, but that's just the kind of person I am. Though I could imagine that being distracting, and also, pretty much any time you can do something inappropriate, people will do something inappropriate. Was watching somebody play, you know, play a Pokemon game the other night, and a Chatot showed up, right? And when I saw the Chatot, my immediate response was like, oh yeah, the Pokemon that you could use the DS's microphone to make say anything in place of their cry. A feature they got rid of for some reason. I hit it again, I thought. Which, I mean, they can definitely do things around text, right? They can definitely be like, hey, these are words you're not allowed to use when naming your character, right? But the ability to do that with, like, actual spoken stuff, that's a little trickier. It's like the whole thing... What game was it? It might have been Fortnite, right? Where I think Japanese players were getting banned for saying run because run sounds very similar to a slur that sometimes pops up in English, right? And it's like, well, I mean, word recognition only gets you so far. No! Oh, goodness. I guess I'll have to complain about Droman when I fight him next time. But yeah, whenever you give that level of whenever you give a level of creativity to people, it works as long as everybody agrees not to misuse it, right? Surprisingly, I've never seen anything terribly offensive on the stinking, like, Splatoon Weverse post. You look so cocky there. So I don't know if that just means everybody was cool, if there was some process of vetting things, or if people were always just really quick to slap down anytime somebody did, like, I don't know, picture of, like, Mari's titties or something. Though, yeah. Splatoon in general, though, had, like, a pretty cool community. I mean, it probably bothered some people, but they were just, like, kind of, you know, like, accepting of everybody. I saw, like, a bunch of, you know, like, pro-queer stuff and a bunch of, you know, like, pro-furry stuff. And it's like, you know what? Kind of a weird place to do this, but... that's cool. That's neat. And now, well, I don't know. I was thinking, like, the other night about, like, what games that I had on Wii U. And truth be told, I want to say the bulk of my stinking library is probably old games from the stinking... the eShop. I was focusing on the thing for a second there. But just like new games on that system, it feels like I didn't have all that much, and then I was thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh. my copy of Splatoon is probably worthless. Though not necessarily. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody had some, like, you know, private server for Splatoon. Can I get away with this? I hate these little teeth things. But I got away with it. Now then. I thought so. You're a bastard. And do I want ring for this thing? Or I guess we'll see when we go through. Funnily enough, I could not remember, like, what I used to take out some of these fortress bosses. So I did end up looking at my last... Why did you jump into that? You dumb, stupid idiot. Oh, can I not hit him when he's... Oh, damn. Oh, that was a generous hitbox. Oh, my seizure warning. Oy, oy, oy. Just reminds me, like, this past week, I've been getting, like, weird headaches off and on. I was kind of wondering what that's about, but it feels like it was really concentrated right behind my eye, so I'm wondering if I have been engaging in too much screen time. Which is kind of hard to get around for me, because I do stinkin'... Oh my god! Data entry. So my job is just staring at a screen. And then once I'm done, my hobby is largely video games. And also, like, you know, making my own videos. So it's one of those, like, whether I'm working or not, it's a little hard to get away from it, you know? Though, it seems to have gotten, like, at least a little better, because before I was using light mode for at least YouTube, which I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, who the fuck uses light mode? I swear I just saw, you know, like, people start claiming that dark mode is somehow harmful to you. But when I swap back to dark mode, it seems to have gotten, like, a little bit better. Still getting a few headaches here and there, but you know, a little better at the very least. I'm gonna die at some point. I don't need to worry about refilling my stuff. It'll get refilled as I go. But yeah. Started with a bit of a headache, which was a bit of a problem because it's like, oh no, I have, like, I want to say, like, an hour and a half before I started getting, like, one of those headaches again, which is when I was, you know, when I was saying, well, I could make a lame excuse. That's what I was referring to. No! Luckily, I'm very smart. Though it seems to have subsided a little bit. But yeah, I was just sitting there, I'm like, oh no. When I was just watching dumb episodes of stinking Pokemon anime, I could have quit then, right? I could have taken a break from the screens, but at this point it's like, you still got, like, a bunch of time to get, you know, like, a bunch of editing to get done on your video for the week. And you gotta stream later. You can't exactly, you know, sit this one out. Oh, that's right, I can cheat. Aha! What do I fight? Oh, I think I remember what I need to fight next. But But yeah, it does feel weird, though, that I was getting, like, the headache thing all at once. Also, a lot of times, my ass will hurt because I wind up sitting on it all day, and you're not really supposed to. You're supposed to be getting up and moving around. I used to have a job where I would stink in, you know, like, lift up, like, 20-pound boxes or, you know, like, more all the stinking time, and I swear a desk job has been more physically taxing than that. I might die. Or maybe not. Maybe I can live this. Which strikes me as ironic. Then again, there are more physically demanding jobs in more typical fields. I ain't doing construction or anything. No, I was one hit away. That would probably kill me. Oh, I'm all the way back here. Oh, man. You know what? I'll wait for this guy to come down. Thank you. I just returned. I did not need that at all. Of course, at this point, if I died, I probably should be starting the entire sequence over again. I'm only still here because I got that extra life, so maybe I shouldn't complain too much. Maybe I should look at it as a mercy. Oh, dear. And then I almost stinking fell off the edge there. I didn't, I just almost did. If anybody wants to give me an extra life now. But yeah, good to see that Cossack is carrying on the tradition of the boss hallway is not an actual checkpoint. You bastard. Well, I kind of want to say against the Mecha Dragon was when it was like the most egregious. Especially because the Mecha Dragon can kill you very easily just by brushing its horns against you, right? So you get there and you either fall to your death because you're not ready for the Mecha Dragon, or you know, it pokes you with your, you know, with its horns, whatever. You die easily, and then you're like, oh, well, I have a better feel for the battle, now I'll be fine. Only to find out that you're, like, halfway up the frickin' fortress. Oh, goodness. One more hit. I believe this thing is called the Square Machine. Even though it has, like, rounded corners, it's actually more of an octagon when you think about it. I'm on the outside looking in. I screwed that up. I screwed that up so bad. Wonder if there's any deep lore for this, like it's Cossack's main computer, but then he weaponized it, or if it's just... I mean, it's nothing too crazy. Them having more of a trap room turret boss. Honestly, you could say that this is a better executed boo beam trap. I hate the boo beam, but I love saying boo beam. It's like booby trap, but less obscene. It's like booby trap, but with beams because he shoots you with energy, but not really beams. Should I die? Or should I just be like a big swinging dick and be like, you know what? You can get through this. You don't need all your lives and stinking... I knew it, I was gonna get hit. You don't need your stuff back. You know, I think I'd rather have this. I also don't remember, like, I remember what the boss is at the end of this, but I don't remember what its weakness is. Like I said, I reviewed my video, right? Because I'm so cool that I can use myself as a player's guide, right? But I think I just took these guys out with charge shots. Which, fair enough. The charge shot is pretty good. It's not as busted in this one as it is in some of the other ones, but it's still kind of busted. Man, if I didn't know that this is how it works... Honestly, this almost seems like a dirty trick, because normally there is... Like, I shouldn't even say normally. There's at least one for all the floor things, right? One weapon that takes it out, but typically it's something that takes it out in like a single shot. But it requires 2 of the drill bombs, right? So you could very easily not know what the weakness for those things are, like how to take them out, shoot it with the drill bomb, and then be like, well, that wasn't it. No, that would have been so fairly helpful. But yeah, like, you know, it kind of tricks you, I guess. If only these things counted as platforms for items, too. Oh shoot, I need you to go down. 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 It's like my boners in physics class all over again. I wasn't turned on or anything, just for whatever reason, at some point during the class, I don't know if there was something up with that room or what. I would just get a little feeling. And be like, man, I sure hope I don't get called up to the board. Oh goodness. And it was always consistently that class. No idea why. The interesting thing is, if he shoots me off of one of these platforms, I'm not going to be able to... Actually, maybe I could get back up with a balloon or something if I was real crafty. But it'd be more or less him killing me. There we go. The Cockroach Brothers are dead. Yay! You know it's Russia because the building, you know, this screen has the Tetris building on it. I'm trying to remember this stage. Because you can see from the... No, do I care? There's nothing I super need. I've been so good. I guess if somebody wants to drop that, I'll take it. And at this point... This is something that always makes me wonder, why does it have 2 digits for the E-tanks when I'm pretty sure that I cannot get more than stinking 9 of them, right? When they introduced them in Mega Man 2, you only had a spot on your thing, right? For... yeah, you only had a spot for, like, room for 4 of them in your inventory. So that kind of makes sense, right? Like, you know, you get 4 and then you're like, oh, I can't get any more. But now it's like, oh, well, obviously I can get... I can get at least 10. Probably more, tee-hee. But that's just not true. I normally go the other way, so I decided to go this way this time. Was it smart? I don't know. And good evening, Daniel. What do I need? I don't need anything. I'm so good. I kinda wanna say the only time I've gotten a game over is when I really fumbled that first stage, for some reason. Damn it! Okay, this part where there's just like not enough room to properly dodge around them, that's a little annoying. That's a little annoying. You know what? I'm gonna wait for the little Sparkies. I kinda want that. But I don't know of a good way to get back, so down we go. Oh, this is just a... There's a part of me that wonders what the point of that room is, but there's another part of me that's like, it's probably specifically to reorient me to this side of the screen. You know what I mean? I was on the right side of the screen and they want to be back on the left, so there's just a diagonal room. Move. Move, you goddamn... Oh, goodness. He's being a real... Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Because I got an extra life on the way here, so I can attempt to kill him one more time. Oh, that's right. Oy, oy, oy. Oh. I guess this is kind of... I mean, it lets me refill my stuff, so honestly, if they were gonna not put me in the boss room, that's actually a very convenient place. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Cossack. Mikhail. Get down to where I can shoot you. Don't camp the ledge. Being a real douche with your positioning here. Some people ship me and your daughter. Think about that. Maybe you want to be in... Don't stun lock me in the drop. Move, you bastard. Maybe you want to get along with your son-in-law, is where I was going with that. Though the ones that I remember back in the day, they specifically were like... Proto Man and Kalinka. Which either way, it's probably not thinking about, yeah, we're thinking about too much. Please, Mega Man, do it. My father's not really evil. Dr. Wily took me hostage and forced my father to fight you. Please, Mega Man, don't hurt my father anymore. Oh, Kalinka, Father Mega Man, forgive me. You have betrayed me, Proto Man. I'm going to break you, Mega Man. Honestly, with them having, like, no female characters... In Classic especially, I guess people are just very, very desperate for ships. I think this is like the only time we ever see Kalinka. And the grappler strat was working for him for a minute. You know this is a different fortress because... they play different music. Oh god. Should I have used... Maybe I should have refilled a little something there. Oh good. Oh my gosh. It's just one of those things that's like just barely skirting my head. There we go. Again, I'm doing so well. I don't even have... Whoops. I don't even have... Why can't I think of the name? The energy balancer, and I'm still managing to keep all my stuff. Well, that's probably the trick, Meddler. I probably blow up his fortress, and then he probably files an insurance claim and uses that to make another Skull Fortress. Though, in his defense, what's What's more intimidating? A skull or an egg, right? Oh. Well, like I said, I didn't really need it anyway. Though, I mean, with a name like Wily, I don't think there's anything that necessarily... He's camping. Well, he's kinda just stuck on the ledge. Like with Eggman, he's pretty much obligated to use eggs. It's in the name. Then again, Eggman was his name specifically in Japanese, I think. But then I think they came up with a BS reason for why he also calls himself that now in English. In like Adventure 1 or something, they're like, I'm calling myself Eggman because I'm gonna own it. I'm not gonna let Sonic pick on me anymore. I would have given up my world domination plans so long ago if Sonic were just not so mean about it. But he hurt my feelings, and because of that, it is now on. Worked. I like disappearing blocks, but at the same time, when you're able to cheese something, doesn't that feel better? When you get away with something, doesn't that feel so much nicer? Well, I'm the lowest on Rush Marine. But let's be real, I'm never going to use Rush Marine again. Though if I were to answer your question legitimately, Meddler... By the way, did I say hello for tonight? Hello if I didn't. He has had either 11 Skull Castles, or like 17? No. Yeah, 17 I think it would be, if we count spin-offs. If you're not gonna let me carry anymore, I'm just gonna use it, rather than, oh shoot. No, I've tainted the run. I've tainted the run with the rewind. It didn't do anything for me, and I just barely brushed the button, but still. Oh, I'm so ashamed. One thing I kinda like about this boss is you fight him after, like, an entire fortress of fighting Mets, right? So it's like, it's on theme, I guess you could say. Can I live another hit? Should I just use an E-Tank now because I don't think I get through it without? Yeah, I got like plenty of them. I've been pretty stingy. Oh, I could have hit him again there, but I didn't. Either way. Also, it's a silly boss. Who doesn't like metal? Yeah, metals, metars? How are you not dead? This is your weakness, I think. It's kinda the series mascot, and yet it has like 3 different names. I guess it's just easier to call them Mets. Because whichever variation they go on its name, Mets works. Mets is short. Mets has a baseball team. Think about that. Think about going to the New York Mets stinking... I don't even know what Mets means when it comes to the baseball team. I think it's the baseball team, right? Does anybody sports? Either way. Imagine going there with just a bunch of, like, stinking Metar merch. And then, like, nobody getting your hilarious joke. Oh. I don't know that I care enough for that. It would be a bit of work to finagle it. A bit of work that I don't need to do. Oh shit, I thought I was dropping down. I was like, yeah, I don't need to bother. I might need to bother. Up, up, up. Hey, Eddie, you got something good? For me? You know what? Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Which is the way to... That's just not very Christian, now is it? Hoping I bump my frickin' head on that thing I can't see. I'm sure it's gotten plenty of people. I'm sure many of them have sworn and called the game bullshit. But it's not bullshit, it's just a matter of looking before you, not leap, but climb. This is how you know Albert is serious. He doesn't even care about staying on theme. He's like, yeah, mummies. Mummies have skulls in there somewhere. It's only 2 ticks of health. It's probably not worth going after it just for that. And then these guys kind of blend into the background, which is a bit of a dirty trick. But I didn't... Ooh! I didn't jump into it, so it's fine. I feel like this is the way that I want to go. And over there, it is at most a power-up. Or a bunch of enemies infinitely spawning that I could have used to refill, but... Yeah, see, they weren't going to give me anything. And there, I got my 2 ticks of health back. Everything's fine. Everything is going great. Why do these things seem so huge to me, by the way? Like, I'm gonna guess that I've just been playing, you know, like, I played the Game Boy games with those guys in, the red dudes, like, too often, too recently, because I'm just looking at that, I'm like, holy shit! It's huge! What, did you frickin' Gigantamax that? Is it rings, or is it... I think it's rings. I think I want to ring him. I think I want to very carefully miss his spot and then wind up wasting all of my ammo. Damn it. Again, if I need to use... Okay, never mind. I was like, if I need to use a sub-tank, and I'm like, I can live one more hit. I really, really need to remember that these guys will kill me. They're not putting on their kid gloves with, like, some of these damage outputs. It would be really nice if somebody gave me some weapon ammo back. I'm not saying you owe me. I'm not gonna act entitled here or anything. I'm just saying it would be nice, right? And you know what? I was correct. It was nice. It was very nice. I very much appreciate it. What a swell thing they did for me. They continue to do nothing. Oh, shit! The barely a gap. The barely a gap that you will thread, whether you intend to or not. And once again, we're back against these humongous guys that really, really, really make me want to go back and look at my old videos and be like, Were they really that big? Because I still can't, like, freaking believe it somehow. Like, the most mind-blowing part of this entire playthrough is just that these guys are slightly over 2 Mega Mans tall. I think Drill's gonna be better in the long run. But I think we're ready. And just remember, you have a bunch of E-Tanks. You don't need to nickel and dime this. You're wasting lives by being a cuck. Oh no. I tanked a hit for some of those, and I didn't even connect. My platform now. Okay. Oh, boss rush. I'm like, what do I have to do yet? I have Wily and then other, yeah, boss rush. The same thing we do every night, Mega Man. We kill all the bosses again. But they're being generous. And I do like this track, which makes it kind of a shame that we'll only listen to it for, like, a few screens, I think. Unless... Ooh, are they gonna make me do bullshit? Ooh, they are? Whoops. I could probably swap back to Mega Buster. Oh god. I knew there were platforms there, I just didn't remember that they were stinking... Okay, it doesn't matter, you got it back, you got it back. Well, that was like pixel perfect, it was kissing me. Yeah, just a little bit of this left. Although I can use, I think against one of the Wily machines, I can actually get away with using the wire as a weapon, funnily enough. So I think for the last part of the game, I want drill bombs and Pharaoh Shot for the bulk of things. Maybe rings. You know, this isn't the one I meant to do, but let's break the cycle. Excuse me, Bright Man. Allow me to just change into something more comfortable. Oh god, I know what happened. I accidentally used it, and because I accidentally used it, it's not letting me swap. I'm just like, come on, let me... No, you're locked into the time stop. Realistically, when he does that, I want him to hit me with his Buster. Well, this is no good. Because contact damage hurts more than weapons. Well, I guess we're gonna have to get fancy here. Might help if I actually hit him with... Oh god, I thought you were gonna jump. People make fun of Bright Man for being a nerd. He's taking it personally. I'm probably gonna die. I'm probably gonna lose to... Yes, I'm gonna lose the Bright Man. Dear Lord. Oh. I still had lives left? Huh. Well, I guess I'll continue feeling dumb because I really screwed up this battle. And then I'll hold it against him forever. Be like, Bright Man. That guy. That punk. Punk is from World 3. Use the toad thing. Yeah. Hit me. And we double KO'd. Listen, this actually is really good for me. This is actually really good because now I just get all of this stuff back. All of my weapons are back. That's right, he's going to immediately hit me like a douche. Also, good evening, Aaron. Don't go to the side. The little brambly guys are probably not going to do too much at this point. Well, I think I want to kill Brightman immediately. I think that'll make me feel better about myself. Not great about myself, just a little bit better. Although there's a part of me that's just tempted to try to Buster only him. Just to build up my stinking confidence. Though to be fair, he's one of the few bosses that can, like, guarantee a hit on you. Because I don't think you come out of... Actually, if he moseys around enough, I think you might actually break out of his freeze, right? Unlike when you fight Darkman 2. He was gonna go right under anyway. That shot isn't wasted. But yeah, I don't know. I said I was gonna talk about it. I don't really like his design. I think Drillman's dumb. Is that wrong? I remember seeing, like, somebody do a tier list of, like, boss designs, and they ranked Drillman really heavily, and I'm like, it's just a red robot that they slapped 3 drills on top of. You cannot get much more on the nose than stinking Drillman. Yay! Like, I feel like he's one of the least creative designs in, like, the whole series. Crashman, he was a similar design, but actually interesting. Because, you know, he's got, like, the shield helmet thing. Like, he's about to do some crazy stuff, and he's got, like, Evel Knievel colors and everything. He's cool, he's rad as heck. His name might not actually be Crashman, it might actually be Clashman, but because of the whole, you know, confusion between English and Japanese when it comes to L and R, it might have gotten switched. I don't really need to change anything. It has been a while, so I don't remember what exactly a lot of their rankings were. That was just the one that stood out to me because it was like, oh, the lame one? Lame one is top tier. I would rank Clownman very highly, though, if I were to do one. Clownman is easily my favorite robot master from Mega Man 8. He is such a fun guy. With a creepy-ass catchphrase. I keep on thinking that my iframes will last until his next dust crusher gets me. One of these guys is going to be Toadman. I have a 1 in 3 chance. Ooh, okay. I wanted to fight Toadman so that I could get, you know, health back. Whoops. Don't rewind the stream and look at me, you know, and watch me almost die to Toadman because I came in with not full health and didn't stun lock him like I'm supposed to. It never happened. Okay, so the remaining two have to be Skull Man and Dive Man. Okay, 50-50 shot, and I got that one wrong. But I got the 1 and 3 right, which, when you think about it, is much more impressive. If I were standing too close to you, Skull Man, that skull barrier would be a real problem. That was close. I almost died. Yeah, I might save the weakness until I die one more time, although I could use an E-tank. What? I don't know. Oh god. Whoops. Hey, that wasn't going half bad until I missed one of his missiles. Now let's try this again. He ran into it like a fool. You should know this. You should know that it's skull barrier. It's come up in conversation a few times. Alright. I think we get 3 machines this time. And I think this one is pretty easy, as long as I actually face the right frickin' direction when I shoot him. Yeah, just camp underneath him. Oh, okay. I mean, when one of them's a gimme, it hardly seems worth saying that there's 3, you know, stinkin' Wily machines this time. Although this is one I can do... Maybe I'll try doing it. It's weird. No! Okay. That's not really working the best for me. And this is tricky. I think this is the part where I use this. And honestly, if I fail this... What are the alternatives if I don't hit him with enough drill bombs? Well, I guess we don't have to find out. Okay, one more. And this is the part where I feel dumb because I get to the end, I hold on to my... Like, I can't be the only one. I mean, I think that's just kind of a common gaming thing in general, where it's like, you have items that will help you, and then you just don't use it. Because here I am at the end, and I got, like, what, 8 E-tanks? I was honestly kind of expecting to get a 9th one back right there. Touch the wall, touch the wall. Okay. It's like I'm in his colon, in his small intestine, and he's got worms. He's got tape worms. Is there one more right here? I was gonna say. Uh-oh. Honestly, I was kind of hoping to have a bit more Pharaoh Shot left by now. But I guess there wasn't really a spot where I... regened it? Oh, damn it. I think I have one charged up and it's just not showing it. Okay. You know, smoke them if you got them. Although, hey, the ammo count on this isn't as bad as I thought. Whoops, I think I got him in one more. Oh, I missed? Oh, I should have angled it. Okay, that one I thought I did miss. I'm just like, you were just throwing it. Why is he weak to that? Well, because it's dark and that is the sun, and also, you know, you can angle it, so it's useful for the boss battle. Danger, you say? Kind of a funny thing to say after I got done defeating the boss. I thought it was more dangerous then. Now I'm just gonna get something ready real quick. Okay, my stuff's still here, so let's just eliminate that. And once again, we are taking a train from Russia back to America. That's how it works. Not sure when they, when they slap this whole thing together, but... Transcontinental... Oh my gosh, it's just like the sea trains in One Piece. Didn't think there'd be so many mountains in between, though. But yeah, Mega Man 4. Got off to a bit of a rough start there. I cannot believe that I died, like I gamed over on like the first stinking level. Although I think we only got one other game over near the end there, but yeah. I still quite enjoy this one. This would actually probably be my pick for people just starting out, because it has the charge shot, it has the slide, and it has, That's pretty much it, actually. It has rush and a few extra items as well, so you get pretty much a feel for everything that Mega Man has, but like the charge shot is one of the things that makes it easier to contend with. That and the fact that Toadman, if you know what you're doing, and maybe that is the trick with that, you can just kind of stun lock him and he's an easy, gimme boss for people to take out. So it's pretty beginner friendly, in my opinion. Oh my gosh, it's one of Roll's few appearances in the game. Also, Rush got home before me. Also, we'll be doing the Wheel of Names in a little bit, so if anyone wants to place any guesses on what the next Mega Man game we play will be, get them in now. Real? Well, that's surprising. I thought you played, most of the classic games. Well, if you get a chance to pick up the Legacy Collection, I mean, the Legacy Collections are very, very easy recommends for the most part. For the most part. Can't really go wrong with Classic 1 and 2 Legacy Collections. Some people might want to hold off on the second X Legacy Collection, because those games were not as good as the first half of the series. Zero ZX, you kind of have to be at least a little bit of a masochist to get into them. And the Battle Network games are a big commitment. There's a part of me that would say that if you were going to go, try out Battle Network, only get one of the Legacy Collections, but you can actually get a pretty good deal, I think, on them if you buy them both at once. But yeah, I guess this is just me advertising, like, buy the Legacy Collections if you get a chance. They're pretty good. Their collections are pretty good games. Okay. Yeah, I should remember who the other bosses from 4 in that game, but I think all of the bosses do show up in the... Half of the 4 bosses show up in Game Boy 3, and the other half show up in 4, so they do tackle them all. Might be Toad. Might be Toad. Oh, yeah, you already said Toad. Then who am I thinking of? It doesn't matter. Too much. Might be Pharaoh then. Are we just gonna sit here? All right, Eddie, if we're just gonna sit here, I'm gonna move over to Wheel of Names. Scene 2, there we go. And I'm hitting it. Okay. Next week will be P.U. Stinky with Mega Man himself. Which, of course, means that I'm doing Powered Up, but with Mega Man. Which should be one of the easier routes, since he does get all the weapons, so that shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, okay. Well, with that, I think we can start wrapping up. And yes, Rayquaza, look at that, look at that. I did get it. I got it done in one. Honestly, that's one of those things, like, I think I've just played these games too much, because I'll see other people, you know, like, play some of the Mega Man games, and I'll see that they're, like, on, you know, this Mega Man game, part 3, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you don't play it in one? And it's like, no, most people actually, you know, most people play more than just this one series. But yeah, with that, hang on. I need to get into the right tab. No, not that right tab. But yeah, I think we actually did Battle Network 2 in this, you know, on this channel already. So that wouldn't show up, but it wasn't Battle Network anyway. But yeah. Have been kind of curious about, well, I think I've said before that I wouldn't mind watching your streams just because, you know, I think you said that was the person who was very much into X and Sigma, which I can respect. But yeah, with that, I think we can start wrapping up here. The plan for next week is I'm really, 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 really hoping that we can get to the end of Donkey Kong 64 this week. We only need just over 20 stinking bananas to do it. And I found out where I think I know where the missing level is. So we should be able to collect some golden bananas right quick. Thursday will be Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness again, which I think we should be able to finish that on this week. And then next Saturday, it'll be Mega Man Powered Up. Just standard Mega Man run on that. Standard Mega Man run? I could do... I could do one of the extra versions of him. Like, I think I have one, you know, version of Mega Man unlocked that knows the slide, but we'll decide that next week. And then we should be able to finish that in a stream. So, the goal for next week is to finish 3 games. But yeah. So, yeah. With that, thanks everybody who stopped in to watch, and thanks everybody who checks out the VOD. Rayquaza, Aaron, and Medler, I appreciate you guys hanging out, and anybody else that's just lurking, and anybody, of course, who I already said the VOD thing. And if you like this, maybe consider subscribing and checking out my main channel, Explosion, which is linked on the front of this one. I am doing a review of Donkey Kong Country tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes over. But yeah, with that, thank you again, and have a lovely, lovely, lovely evening. Good night.